And welcome to the Ranger Network. Tony Brubaker and Brian Hill with you here at Unicorn Stadium, where we have a battle of the two second-place teams in District 13 5A. The Rangers 5-2 and 3-1 in district play, but so are the Unicorns 5-2 and 3-1. We're coming off a win over Seguin last week. They lost last week at Piper. So two teams. Someone's going to be in second place by themselves, and the other one's going to fall probably back into third place. Amaya will kick it off to the Unicorns. And Mills lets it go over his head and through the end zone, and the Unicorns will start 1st and 10 from their own 25. Senior Clayton Nampkin is the quarterback, 61% thrower for 1,373 yards, 13 touchdowns, but 6 interceptions. He also has 9 rushing touchdowns, and their running game will challenge the Unicorns tonight, but they do like to throw the ball around. Caden Mills, their best receiver with 38 receptions. So they've got a receiver to either side. Rangers in their customary 4-3. Nampkin throws it over the head of wide receiver Lane Duke, a junior who has 26 receptions coming in. Coverage on the play by Liam McGee.
Yeah, it looked like they just wanted to get a quick throw, and looked like timing was off a little bit. Quarterback got rid of it a little, did a one-step drop fire like he thought it was going to be about a 5-yard stop route. Receiver took it all the way up to 7 or 8. By the time he turned his head, ball was already over his head.
They've got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near now. On 2nd and 10, Lampkin rolls to his right, wants to throw. That's Mills over there, and it's over his head and incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, 2 plays in a row that had a fairly open receiver that probably could have gained some yards, but just a little high with his throw. Usually, he's been solid all season, so you'd expect those to become complete as the game goes on, but just a little bit nervy here. 2 balls that are over the receiver's head, and brings up 3rd and 10, which is obviously any defense, but particularly the Ranger defense really likes to be with those pass rushers they got. See if Coach Worsty brings a blitz, or see if he thinks his front 4 can get home on 3rd and long.
Their starting running back is Brock Stewart, a sophomore, 6.4 yards a carry. They're going to throw again, straight drop back. He's looking long, nothing there, has some pressure, tries to avoid it, gets a first down before he's hitting the secondary.
Fumble.
And the ball's down on the ground.
That ball was out.
But they'll say it is a 16-yard gain by Nampkin. Told you he could run a little bit, 240 yards on 50 carries coming in. So on 3rd and 10, they run and get a first down.
Yeah, I'm interested to see a replay on that. It looked like hard shot that he took right at the end, and that ball popped out pretty quick, but they ruled him down by contact. But a big 3rd down scramble for New Braunfels to not have a 3-and-out on the first drive.
3 receivers to the far side. That's the way Napkin looks. Now he goes over the top, and we'll see if they call it a catch, and they do, and that's another first down. That is Caden Mills with the catch. I'm sorry, Franklin with the catch. Grant Franklin.
It was a good job by Nampkin. Coach Worsty and his defensive staff had a great call there. They did 3 receivers, both inside guys, did a quick speed out, and quarterback was expecting to throw. Saw a cover 2, so he went up top and took a hole shot before the safety can get over there. It was a good throw.
So 1st and 10 with 2 receivers either way. Fakes the handoff to Stewart and keeps it, and he'll get about 5 before he's brought down at the Ranger 40-yard line. Pigler and Hornsby, 2 of them then on the tackle.
Yeah, going back to that 3rd and long, I mean, had a little bit of pressure. He stepped up. Looked like we had a chance to bring him down, but that extending the drive and then the big play, flipping the field. So if nothing else for the Unicorn offense, they're going to flip the field here, see if the Ranger defense can stiffen up now inside their own territory.
No doubt. 2nd and 5 from the 40. A receiver either side now. Tight ends in the game. This is a handoff to Stewart. He comes left, not much there. Gets bumped initially by Barrow, and then gets brought down after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, good pursuit. All of the D-line read outside zone and kind of maintained their gap and stretched that thing out. Didn't really give the running back a cutting lane to get his foot downhill, and just stretched out, and eventually Barrow was able to make the tackle for a minimal gain, bringing up a 3rd and 4.
So 3rd and 4 from the Ranger 39. 2 backs. Napkin to throw. Now he's going to run. And he gets wrapped up by Hornsby, but falls forward. Good enough for a first down.
Yeah, 2 third downs in a row where design pass play, those weren't called design quarterback draws. Looking downfield and good coverage by the secondary. Couldn't find anybody open, but having trouble getting all the way to him with the D-line. And so I would expect maybe next 3rd down, Coach Worstein might say, we're not going to let that happen again, and maybe start bringing some pressure to try to contain him in the backfield, because that's 2 third down scrambles by their quarterback.
So the receivers, 2 sets on either, 1 set on either side. Now motion by Mills. He fakes the flip, then runs, and he's got another good gain of 6 or 7 yards. A couple of Rangers in on the tackle, but he's clear up to the 26. That'll make it 2nd down and about 3.
And a good opening drive here by New Braunfels, other than the very first play of the game where it probably should have been a good gain on 1st down. Quarterback just fired it over the head of an open receiver. The last 2 times they've won 1st down and made it 2nd and short, and so playbook wide open, so they're doing a good job of staying on schedule right now.
Stewart takes the handoff, goes right, gets a yard or 2, maybe through the 25. We'll see how much they give him. I don't think they're moving the sticks yet as they mark him. Well, they mark him all the way up to the 23. That's a first down. I thought he got stopped before that. I thought he was at the 24 when he went down. In any event, it's another first down for the Unicorns.
Yeah, long drive, probably 9-10 plays already, and already taken 4 minutes off the clock, and the clock is still running. And so if nothing else, obviously we're hoping the Ranger defense stiffens up inside the red zone here, or close to it. If nothing else, New Braunfels having a good drive, keeping the Ranger offense off the field. They're going to have to take a timeout.
And they're going to take a timeout as the play clock was running down, so there is a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. No score, 7:47 in the first on the Ranger Network.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
It's 1st and 10. Handoff to Stewart, but the Ranger interior line stiffens up, and he gets maybe a yard to the 22. That's Caleb Barrow again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a design, if the quarterback had the option to pull that one, if it was a zone read or if it was just a give all the way. But it looked like if he would have kept that, then he would have had some running room out to the wide side of the field there. But good stop by the Ranger defense. Winning on 1st down, so 2nd and 9.
I agree. I thought if he had the chance to keep it, he should have. In any event, 2 receivers either way. Napkin to throw. Near sideline, that's Mills.
The hold.
And the ball comes loose. And
went out of bounds. We got a holding, though.
So the Rangers aren't able to fall on it and hang on it. So there is a flag there. Coach Hill thinks it's holding.
Yeah, I was on their outside receiver. I believe that was number 84, Lane Duke, who was blocking for Mills. He was blocking Liam McGee out there, and Liam, I don't know what it might have been, a trap too, to where he was playing inside of the outside receiver. But typically on one of those bubble screens, your job as a corner is to run through the outside shoulder of the guy blocking you, force him back in the middle where your help's coming from. That time we were fortunate to get a holding call there because he was able to get the edge, and he would have picked up 8, 9, 10 yards right there if not for that call.
So from the 29, they need to get to the 13 for a first down. So 2nd and 16. Tight end near side, 2 receivers to the far. Fake it to Stewart. Rush is coming after him. Napkin rolls and throws late and overthrows his receiver with 4 Rangers nearby.
And again, it looks just a little bit like they're not on the same page. I think Namkin, he rode the running back for a run fake, and then he dropped back, and it looked like he was ready to throw, but both receivers were still kind of weaving in their route. Their heads weren't around, and so, I think the route, it was a long developing route, but he kind of panicked and started scrambling, so it just doesn't look like the timing was quite there, but 3rd and long now for the Rangers. Be a big stop here.
I think if 3 of those bigs were chasing me, I'd have rolled out too.
Good point.
Stewart goes in motion to the far side. They fake it to him. Now have a middle screen to the tight end, Lilly. And he gets to the 20 before he's wrestled down by Piegler and Hornsby. So that's where they'll face 4th down.
Yeah, for a second there, field goal team's running on now, but for a second there I thought, I'm sure Coach Mulder was thinking, man, did we get enough there? It's going to be somewhat lengthy of a field goal for a high school kicker. 37 yards, but he got just enough there. I thought for a second he might go for it, but we'll have a field goal attempt here from 37.
Liam Weaver, he's 12 of 12 on point afters, hasn't kicked a field goal successfully yet, and I think he snuck that one through, and he did. From, 37 yards.
30, good from 37.
37-yard field goal is good, and the Rangers fall behind 3-0 to the Unicorns. 5:46 to go in the first. We'll back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Hello, my name is Chris Box.
And I'm Cassie Box.
We are a proud family-owned and operated local roofing company.
At Lynx Roofing, we believe in building lasting relationships with our customers and community, one roof at a time.
Our team is dedicated to ensuring every project is handled with the utmost of detail and professionalism.
We make roofing simple, reliable, and affordable.
So for all your roofing needs,
call Lynx Roofing.
Go Rangers!
And the kickoff by Hinton is fielded at the 5. Coming up the near sideline, there's a gap. It's Brody Day, and he gets spun at about the 25 and then gets up to the 30 before he's wrestled down by a couple of different Unicorns. But a good return of about 25 yards, and the Rangers start 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Yeah, still pretty decent return, but it looked like there was some creases there early. He was just a little late getting to the hole. I think the ball went deeper than what he was expecting or what they maybe seen on film, which made him drift backwards and get kind of a big gap between him and his blockers. So I think next time if he plays a little deeper and able to catch that on the move forward, he's going to hit that crease quicker and might get a big one.
Day is, what'd they say?
Not sure.
They must have been offside, so we got an extra 5 yards out it.
I don't know.
Not sure. We're at the 35, 1st and 10. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near. Spradling throws it, a good completion, a couple of gain. About a 5-yard gain as he's wrestled out of bounds. We'll say at the 40, so a gain of 5. That is P.K. Miller with the catch.
Yeah, good job motioning the back out of the backfield. Our fullback out of the backfield, Carvajal, to add an extra blocker late over there. So just the hitch route that we run a lot of times out of a 2-man concept. That was just a 3-man to get an extra hat. And again, a good gain on first down, cutting the distance in half and make it 2nd and 5.
So 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Carvajal goes in motion. Quarterback run. Spradling has a first down before he's knocked down. But a good positive run, falling forward up to the 49. A gain of 9 makes it 1st and 10 at the 49.
Yeah, run a quarterback stretch into the boundary. Anytime you can run with your quarterback, you can spread out a defense because you can add an extra blocker with your running back. And so that time they put twins to the field. and they had light numbers to the boundary, so they ran quarterback stretch and picked up a first down.
Receiver either way. Spradling fakes a handoff. He's going to throw it. Day got bumped in his route and does a nice job of avoiding an interception by Redding. Cole Redding had that ball in his hands, and Brody Day knocked it away from him.
Yeah, Brody plays corner sometimes, and that experience paid off there. Rangers taking a shot, getting in a run-heavy formation, a pro set, obviously thinking that both safeties were going to be down in the box in a heavy run set, and we're going to take a one-on-one shot on the outside. But New Braunfels actually rolled to a cover 2 and had a safety over the top there. And the safety went up to try to make a play on it, but Brody does a good job of knocking away and becoming a corner.
Yeah, the corner, Caleb Palamo, met Brody at about, 15, 20 yards. We called a timeout. We did.
I think so.
So Rangers call a timeout with 4:56 to go in the first. We'll take a timeout with them. This is the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
Back to Unicorn Stadium, where the Rangers have 2nd and 10 from their own 49. Martinez, Nunez, and Baldwin, their front line. Linebackers, Jackson, Kyle, Gonzalez, and there's a run to the far sideline. A gain of a couple of yards by Sowersby. Well, let's see what they give him. Maybe 2? Not very much. To their 49, so it's 3rd and 8. Garcia, Kyle, Gonzalez, and Jackson, their linebackers. Palamo, Redding, Freebird, and Schollenbarger are their secondary members. Spradling to throw across the middle. There's Miller, and he makes a catch deep into Unicorn territory inside the 30 of the 29. A great throw and a good catch in some traffic.
Yeah, it was a great throw, and it was a good route concept. Inside guy clears it out, holds the safety, and then PK comes right underneath him in his wake. And it was pretty good coverage, but a really, really nice ball by Spradling, and a good job of hanging on by PK with defenders around him and swatting it as soon as he gets the ball in his hands, and a big first down.
So first down at the 29 of New Braunfels. 2 receivers far side, 1 near. Fake it to Sowersby. Spradling to throw it to, I think that's the tight end, Baker. He makes a catch, runs up the field, gets inside the 20, and gets shoved out of bounds for good enough for a first down.
Yeah, we've only probably run 7 or 8 plays on this drive, and 3 of those have been some sort of stretch outside zone. So that time we have a play action off of it, fake stretch to the field, backside tight end blocks for a count or 2, and then just kind of sneaks into the flats. Defense was fooled, and a good call on a first down, throwing the ball on first down, mixing it up.
So 1st and 10 from the 19. Pitch. Sowersby's got a blocker. Has to make one man miss, unable to, as he gets wrestled down by catcher Kyle, but he's up to the 17, so that's a gain of a couple of yards. It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, their safety, number 4, Patrick Freeberg, he's been someone that has already stood out tonight. He's kind of playing that joker safety position. That's not a true linebacker, but not a secondary guy. He's kind of playing between the two, what you call a rover, and usually those guys are your most active on defense, and he's already showing it tonight, playing man but also being active in the run game.
And they jump. We snap it. Going to throw over the top, but the whistles will catch them off sides.
Yeah, so anytime they make contact with an offensive player, the refs blow it dead. If you're able to snap it while they're in the neutral zone without contact, it's a free play. Smithson Valley's hoping to get a free play there, but obviously they jumped off sides, made contact, blew it dead, and good job of picking up 5 yards without having to run a play, and now it's 2nd and short inside the red zone.
River Vargas, the defensive lineman that jumped, junior. So now 2nd and about 3. Ball at the 12. We've got to get to the 9 for a first down. Offensive line comes set. 3 receivers all to the far side. Now in motion is Carvajal. We've got a tight end blocking for Sowersby. Near side, doesn't get much. Maybe a yard to the 11. So it'll be 3rd and 2 as Palomo and one of their defensive tackles were in on the tackle.
Yeah, their corner, Palomo, like you said, our receiver, he climbed up to the safety who was screwed down in there, so you're never going to be able to get a hat on everybody. So you kind of decide who do we want to leave free, corner or safety. Most of the time, if you can get a hat on a safety, you like that because they're more of the sure tacklers than a corner is. But Palomo came up and stuck his nose in there and made a good play from the cornerback position.
3rd and 2, both receivers on the near sideline. Sowersby up the middle, through the line, and into the end zone. That should be a touchdown.
Oh, waiting forever to signal. He's laying in the end zone.
Yes, finally the arms go up, and the Rangers score 6 with 1:46 to go. Brad Sowersby with his 7th touchdown of the season.
And a really good response by the offense. Defense gives up a pretty lengthy drive, but ends up stiffening up inside the red zone, only giving up 3 points. And then Smithson Valley goes on a long drive of their own, able to cap theirs off with a touchdown. But I'll tell you what, it's a quick game. Both teams running the ball, throwing efficient passes and not incomplete. So each team's only had 1 possession, and we're under 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Extra point is good. It's 7-3 Rangers, 1:46 in the first on the Ranger Network.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
Back to Unicorn Stadium, where the Rangers will kick off for the 2nd time as they kicked off on the opening possession. And Braunfels took it down and ended up kicking a field goal from 37 yards that they nailed it. So the Rangers, Trent Amaya is about ready to put his left foot to it. The junior, high arching kick. Lands at the goal and then bounces through. We said that last week when Seguin's receiver just saw if that hits the goal line and comes forward, it's a live ball, folks.
Yeah, these returners are getting very, very comfortable with all of the fair catches and stuff like that, and they stand on about the 10-yard line, and they say, if it goes over my head, chances are it goes in the end zone. But with the height that Amaya has on it, that thing can easily hit on the 1 and come backwards, and he's very fortunate that thing took a forward bounce and went in the end zone. But I bet you his coach is telling him, hey, why don't you go ahead back there and field that thing and then just fair catch it from there, because it's a live ball if it hits the ground and comes back and play.
New Braunfels with their 2nd possession. The first again got a field goal. Clock goes as Napkin throws over the top of his receiver, and that is Caden Mills, the best receiver on the team, the district leading receiver. He's had a touchdown in 5 straight games and had 3 straight 100-plus yard receiving games 2 of 4 in their season, so he's pretty good.
Yeah, and you can tell they're trying to feature him. That's about the 4th or 5th time already they've tried to target him. But Rangers showing a lot of faith in the sophomore corner, Haug, out there, and he did a great job playing one-on-one versus the district leading receiver.
So they fake a run. They bring it out here to Duke. He breaks a tackle, gets loose, gets knocked down. See who gets up the slowest.
Miller.
I think that's P.K. Miller. He got up kind of slow, but it's a first down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Roberts got through there real quick. I thought he was going to get a chance to bat that ball down. He got his hands up and just barely missed it. They were able to get that one kick out block on the screen, and he did a good job of getting north and south and picking up a first down.
Duke is their second leading receiver with 26 on the season. A receiver either way, they give it. And Stewart wiggles for about a 6-yard gain up to the 41. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Again, a successful play on first down. You know, anytime an offense can get 5 or 6 on first down, then, you know, they consider that a win, not getting in long yardage situations.
So 2nd and 4 from the 41. They've got a receiver out either way. Stewart beside Nampkin. They'll give it to Stewart going right this time. Avoids one tackler, then gets hit by a linebacker. Now everybody's pushing him forward, and they'll get a first down out of it. Did a nice job of the offensive lineman. Looked like that was either Jackson or Rico that pushed him on. And
Yeah.
that is a first down.
Impressive run by a sophomore Stewart there against a good Ranger defense. They ran a power play, and our defensive end did a good job of getting underneath the kick-out block and spilling it. Looked like we're going to hold him for no gain or maybe one, but he kept his feet moving, and the offensive lineman got involved in the rugby scrum and was able to push him forward for another 3 or 4 yards for a first down.
So 1st and 10 from the 46. Last play of the first quarter. Napkin wants to throw, comes near side, and pulls it down and then gets sacked.
You know,
Had Duke over here, and it might have been picked if he'd have thrown it.
that was a lot of things that happened at one time there. Like you said, I think that New Braunfels might have been lucky that ball was batted down at the line of scrimmage, because Ranger defense called a trap cover 2 and looked like McGee was about to jump it and try to pick it. And then the ball gets batted, gets right back to the quarterback. He catches it, and then he tries to run for it. Ends up being a tackle for loss, but a lot of crazy things on that play.
End of the first quarter on the Ranger Network.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Now we're back to Unicorn Stadium, where they have 2nd and long, 2nd and 13 at the 43-yard line. 2 receivers kind of stacked on either side. Straight drop back, gets some pressure, comes out to the near sideline. That's Franklin, and he's got the ball to the Ranger 45, where it'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, it was a good throw. It was kind of a 8 to 10 yard rolling out route, where I think the corner, if the receiver runs an out route right now, corner might jump off of his outside receiver and be there waiting in the flats. But anytime you can push an out route by an inside receiver past 5 or 6, now the corner's already committed to his guy and has to run with him. And they were able to do it that time and pick up a good chunk, and now 3rd and short after a 2nd long.
3rd and short. He moves the running back Stewart to his right side. And the quarterback will keep it and dive forward for a first down. Hornsby came up. Piegler got him low, but he still fell forward enough to get the spot and move the chains, as it's right on the yard marker, so nothing extra there.
Yeah, and Nampkin, I believe that's already his 5th, 6th carry of
Right.
the ball game. You know, they got a sophomore running back there, and obviously with Nampkin listed as 6'2", 225, he's a bit of a load, but obvious quarterback design run, and New Braunfels offense mixing it up well right now.
So again, a receiver either way. Tight ends on the other side. They're going left to right here in the second quarter. They took too long. I think the play clock ran out.
Yeah, Coach Mulder was standing right by the ref, and at 1 second he called the timeout when it was apparent they weren't going to get it off in time.
11:15 to go in the second. Rangers up 7-3. We'll take a timeout on the Ranger Network.
The family-owned Zachariah Ranch is a 278-acre private gated property that has been transformed into a luxury neighborhood where it is now awaiting its perfect residence. Zachariah Ranch boasts of its 20 various size lots that are now ready for you to call home. Nestled in a private valley, the upscale residential community offers magnificent views of the Texas Hill Country with a private gated entrance, an artificial turf par 3-course, and a mid-1850s refurbished wine bar beautifully constructed inside of an entertainment barn. Come and see what sets this slice of the Hill Country apart at Zachariah Ranch.
Welcome back to Unicor Stadium, where they have 1st and 10 from the Ranger 44. Receiver either way. Napkin hands it to Stewart, bounces off a tackler, and then ends up getting 4 yards to the 40. He's been elusive at the line of scrimmage. What looks like we have something around him, and all of a sudden he skirts forward for a couple of more yards.
Yeah, and for a sophomore, he's very patient. That was a GF counter there, and we did a good job of our DN getting underneath it and spilling it. And our linebacker came over the top, and he just kind of waded in behind his puller, found a little crease, and picked up 4 yards.
So 2nd and 6, they've got to get to the 34. Napkin rolls out, has some pressure, throws a nice ball to Mills. That'll be first down yardage at the 32. Coverage wasn't bad, it's just a good route.
Yeah, and it's a chess game right now, with the defense and offense as far as what coverage to do. It's very frustrating as a defense when that looks like such a simple pass. It's a 5-yard out route, and he's running away from a linebacker. And so at what point do you say, okay, we're going to go cover 2 and have a corner sitting there waiting, but then the next play they can come back with double verticals that could kill a cover 2. So
right.
It's a chess game, and but Smithson Valley usually stiffens up as they get approach the red zone here.
Receiver either way. Ball to Stewart, bounces out, runs into a linebacker who brings him down. That's Pigler who got him and wrapped him up after a gain of a couple to the 30. It should be 2nd and 8.
Very similar to last first down, a couple plays ago. Same thing, GH counter. Do a good job of initially creating pressure and kind of bubbling that running back a little bit. But again, sophomore stays patient, doesn't run into the back of his puller. And once he sees a crease, and again, it wasn't a huge run by any means. It's 2 or 3 yards, but keeping the offense on schedule and getting positive yardage on first down is always the goal.
So 2 receivers now to this side, 1 to the far side. 2nd and 8. Napkin takes the snap, gives the ball to Stewart, straight up the middle. Oh, he got met and sent back by Cade Spradling. Said, thank you very much, come into the building, and we'll take you back home.
I think that was going to be, the phrase is thrown around so often now, RPO. To me, an RPO is when you actually put the ball in the belly of the running back and you make a decision as you're riding the running back. But I think that was what was called a run tag, where he can decide beforehand if he likes the numbers out there, he can throw it. If not, but we rolled to a single high there. That's Coach Worsty saying we're not going to let you do the dink and dunk to the multiple receivers anymore, the quick speed outs and the hitches and the bubble. So we rolled PK down over there, which forced the running back or the quarterback to give it, and a good stop by Spradling there.
For the run was, here's Mills on a little receiver reverse. He gets inside the 10, gets hit, bounces off, spins back, and gets inside the 5 now, or to the 5. That's Caden Mills, the junior receiver. Has 4 carries for 54 yards coming in, and that was a plus almost 25-yard carry on that one.
Yeah, using play very similar to what we see Smithson Valley running a lot, where using the Ranger discipline against them, actually block the O-line the other way, and then handing it off going the other way, counting on our discipline, chasing their reads.
Here come the Rangers. Napkin gets past the initial line, then gets dropped after a gain of a couple on 1st and goal from the 5. It'll now be 2nd and goal from the 3. Spradling in on the play again.
Another 8-10 play drive by New Braunfels here, taking some time off the clock, kind of deja vu of the first drive. They've gotten deeper on this one, but still taking about 5 to 6 minutes off the clock here. And at this pace, we're only going to get 1 or 2 possessions per per offense here in the first half.
So it's 2nd and goal from the 3. Stewart kept his balance and almost got in the end zone, but they'll mark him down at the 1 before the Rangers pushed him back. A good positive run by the sophomore, but the Rangers stop him from getting into the end zone, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, and New Braunfels is bringing in their heavy package, number 8, Baldwin, who is one of their starting defensive linemen, as well as Zeke Martinez, number 10. So they got a lot of heavy bodies in there in a goal line package. See if they just try to hit it right down the middle.
Well, they've got that extra lineman right at the point of it. Napkin, he might have fallen forward, but I don't know if they gave it to him or not.
He's saying it's short.
They're saying him short. They're in front of the goal line. Are the feet of the officials. The head linesman puts it at the half-yard line where it's 4th down. They stay on top of it. Their offense stays out there, going to go quick and go again. They've got some beef on the line. Rangers push up, and Napkin falls into the end zone. Heavy utility on both sides. The Ranger defense did their best to stop him on 3 plays, but on the 4th down run from the half-yard line, Napkin gets into the end zone.
Yeah, I think it was one of those ball never lies type situations. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was okay with the call, but I thought he got in on 3rd down. But no doubt about that one. And again, another good drive, and this time they cap it off. So to retake the lead by 3, and again, another long drive, and so with only already under 7 minutes left to go before half.
So 10-7, New Braunfels goes on top, 6:54 to go. There's timeout on the field. We'll take it with them on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
And we're back to Unicorn Stadium. Hinton will kick it off.
We were close last time to getting a big return. The returners are a little bit deeper this time, expecting a deeper kick. See if we can catch one on the run.
Day from the 6. Stays far sideline, has some blocking, gets through the initial, and now he's loose. Midfield finally gets knocked down. I think that was Redding that might have got him down as he crossed midfield. They'll mark him at the 44 of New Braunfels, so a nice return of 51 yards.
And we talked about it after the last return. That crease was there. He was just late getting there because he misjudged the depth of the ball. That time he started out deeper at about the 5-yard line, was able to catch that ball moving forward and hit the crease on time and getting past midfield, setting the Rangers up in plus territory. It's always a confidence boost as an offense, jogging out there knowing you only got 40 or 45 yards to go.
So from the 44, 2 receivers either way. Spradling will run it himself, gets hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps the legs going, gets a bit of a push, so they'll give him 3 to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 as their line, and the linebackers stood up and stayed strong against the Rangers senior quarterback.
Yeah, and that was a 4-yard gain because Spradling is Spradling and a tough runner and able to drive his feet, but that play was, initially busted because their tackle, Zeke Martinez, cut underneath our tight end and our tackle and slanted. Spradling's going to get a break after that long drive on that he played defense, and we're going to see Knutson in at quarterback.
So Knutson comes in, throws it out to the edge. Good catch made, going forward. Not enough of a gain, though.
Sophomore Hunter Haug out there.
So Haug makes the catch to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 4. We've got to get to the 35 for a first down. Hunter Haug, his 3rd catch of the year.
Yeah, he's having to play a little bit more. We didn't see him earlier in the year because we had Quentin. With Quentin a little bit banged up, and obviously having to move some pieces around, and so both him and PK kind of split time on offense, being full-time defensive guys as well.
So Knutson checks it out. 5 on the play clock as he checks the sideline. He's got to hurry. Now 3. He's got to hurry. He's going to run out of time, and we're going to call a timeout.
Yep.
Play clock running down. 5:16 to go in the second quarter. Rangers trail the Unicorns 10-7 as we take timeout on the Ranger Network.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
5:16 to go, second quarter. New Braunfels 10, Smithson Valley 7. Rangers with the ball at the 39-yard line of New Braunfels with a 3rd and 4. Send 2 receivers to the near sideline. There's 2, including the tight end, to the far side. Knutson. Oh, no, you're right. Spradling's back in, and he'll run.
Stretch to the boundary.
Has the corner, has the distance. He might go all the way, and he does, into the end zone. Smithson Valley touchdown. Cade Spradling, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year as he goes over 350 yards rushing on the season.
Yeah, and you won't it won't show up at all, but Hunter Haug was out there as the widest wide receiver, and he ran such a good fake go route that the corner was covering him all the way on the goal line, and Spradling ran past him, and he was still covering the wide receiver. So great job of clearing it out. We talked about it during the break. Bobbled snap.
Bad snap, mishandled.
We caught it. Oh, my
We
gosh.
caught it into the end zone.
Camacho. What a play.
And they call it good.
What a play, Camacho.
So Camacho throws it to, I think, Preston Baker. So we get 2 out of it.
That's one of those ones, as being an ex-holder, that anytime there's a fire situation, that never works. Like it's a madness. Half the time the tight ends and the wings don't even hear you yelling fire, and if they do, they're hung up with a bunch of other dudes or they're knocked on their butt because they were trying to block first. That time Camacho bobbles the snap. I'm not sure whether the snap was bad or he just bobbled the hold, but he got the fire call off, and he found a sitting Baker there in the end zone and took a shot as he was throwing it and threw an absolute dart, and we accidentally got 2 points there, so we're up by 5 instead of 4.
It is 15-10, 5:08 to go in the second quarter as the Rangers will kick off again. This time kicking off right to left, as the previous ones had been left to right.
Going back to that touchdown, spreading out, we were in a 2-by-2 formation with the fullback. Sowersby was actually out as a wide receiver. And so that spreads out a defense and lightens up the box, and you're still able to get a 6-man blocking scheme when your quarterback runs it because your fullback is blocking for you. So we outnumbered them and ran stretching to the boundary, got the edge, and then Spradling showing off his speed.
Maya's kickoff will be fielded at the 3. And a nice return to the 25, which is where they would have got it if they had downed it in the end zone. Cole Redding with the return of 22 yards or something like that. So the Ranger defense is out with 5 minutes left in the half. 15-10, Rangers up by 5.
And I'll be curious to see if Coach Worski decides to.
So wait a second. We got 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and there's not been a punt yet.
That's correct.
So 4 drives have happened, all scoring by each of those 4 drives.
Both teams running the ball effectively and taking what the defense given on the short passes, so clock just kept running.
Napkin wants to throw. He's throwing it over the top. He's got Mills, and he overthrows him.
I'm not sure whether it was a double move or whether Mills is just that fast, but he definitely had a step or two on the corner. Kalunga, fortunate that the quarterback, Namkin, overthrew it by a couple strides, but if he held it just a count longer, we're finally able to get a little bit of pressure, and that's what I was going to say was after 2 long drives by New Braunfels, both resulting in points, haven't had a sack yet, and a couple times he scrambled, and be interesting to see if Coach Worsty dials up some pressure and says, look, we're going to make you throw it and not let you out of the pocket and scramble.
Clock stops at 4:54. They fake it. No, they give it to Mills on another wide receiver run. He's across midfield, across the 40 before he's shoved out of bounds, I believe by Spradling.
Yeah, it's the same play that they ran last series that got about 15, 20 yards. They're false keying us and blocking the O-line one way and then handing it off the other way, something that our offense does a lot and very often, kind of using our own discipline against us there. And great hustle by the Ranger defense. Spradling, 225 pounds, whatever he is, running down their fastest receiver and able to shove him out of bounds after just running for a 40-yard touchdown. So see if the Ranger defense can stiffen up. And
so to the 36, it's 1st and 10 for the Unicorns. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near. Fake it to the running back. Now he wants to throw. Rolling out. He had a man long. Now throws the intermediate receiver. And he lost the ball. So is that a catch? And
okay, they're saying he's bobbling it.
Bobbling it the whole time, so no catch. The receiver, Cameron Pitts, a junior, couldn't hold on to it as he got his arm pulled by the defensive back.
Looked to be a little bit fortunate there. The receiver, the widest receiver down here, number 1, Franklin, kind of did a fake like I'm going to go block the safety and then ran a seam, and he was behind the defense, but I don't think the quarterback who was on the move felt that he could get the ball down that far, so he checked it down to the receiver that was in front of him and then able to break up the pass there, but they had a receiver that was behind the defense. Going quickly.
There's a handoff to the running back and a short gain on 2nd and 10 of a couple of yards.
A good play by Souza there. Good to see him back.
Yes. To the 34, it's now 3rd and 8.
Ball at the 34. You're saying defense hasn't really stopped Smithson Valley's offense yet, so you got to think that unless they take a sack or throw an incompletion here and it's 4th and real long, that they might be thinking 4-down territory here.
2 receivers either way. Napkin fakes the handoff, gets some pressure, avoids the pressure. We've got a spy on him, but he completes the pass in the middle of the field. The receiver's going to go into the end zone. Is that Duke?
Not sure who it was. Yeah, that was Duke.
So they've gone up 16-15, and they'll go for the extra point.
It looks like they're going to call a timeout. I guess the analytics say go for 2 to make it a 3-point game. So they're going to use their last timeout and go for 2 here. But, quarterback just had a lot of time back there. It was good coverage initially, but he got to wait back there. And anytime the quarterback can hold it for a while, it's really hard to cover those receivers for that long. And then Duke just finds himself open in a scramble drill and was able to connect on it and get himself into the end zone. And so Unicorns take the lead, and we'll see about the 2-point conversion to see if that lead is 3 points or 1 point.
It is their final timeout of the first half. 3:44 to go in the half. So Rangers will have almost 4 minutes when they get the ball back. Quarterback is coming back out. We've got a pair of receivers either way. Actually got 3 receivers as the running back is a receiver here on the near side. Play clock begins. Roll out, pressure. We hit him. Now he runs into Piegler and gets past him into the end zone. So a 2-point score makes it 18-15 with 3:44 to go in the half, and there's a timeout on the Rangers network.
The family-owned Zachariah Ranch is a 278-acre private gated property that has been transformed into a luxury neighborhood where it is now awaiting its perfect residence. Zachariah Ranch boasts of its 20 various size lots that are now ready for you to call home. Nestled in a private valley, the upscale residential community offers magnificent views of the Texas Hill Country with a private gated entrance, an artificial turf par 3-course, and a mid-1850s refurbished wine bar beautifully constructed inside of an entertainment barn. Come and see what sets this slice of the Hill Country apart at Zachariah Ranch.
Namkin to Duke, the touchdown pass, then a 2-point run by Namkin.
They're going to bloop it now. They don't want another big return, so here comes Day creeping up so he can still catch it.
So Day catches it at the 25. Not much of a seam, spotted and down at the 35. Good tackle on the open field by Braxton Schulenberger, one of their defensive backs.
Yeah, we were close again right there. We missed one block, and that was that kind of closed up that hole. But yeah, anytime a lot of these teams are like, okay, we're just not going to kick it deep because they returned it deep, or they returned it a long ways last time. Well, Smithson Valley's so well practiced and versed in special teams. They're like, okay, well, we know when you're 3-stepping that you're not going to kick it to the end zone. So we scoot our returners up and still able to get our hands on the ball. And that time just kind of one block away from being able to hit the crease.
So Knutson back in. Two receivers both to the other side. Fake the handoff. Knutson wants to throw, has some pressure, rolls, and throws it into the bench. So it's 2nd and 10.
A good heads-up play there. Tried to take a shot, first play of the possession. Looked like we had Day a step or two on the post, but Knutson wasn't able to set his feet and make the throw, had pressure immediately. Good athleticism by him of just being able to escape that pressure, and smart play, throwing the ball away and not running the risk of taking a sack.
Anthony Nunez, junior tackle, put the pressure on him and forced the hurry. Day near side, Miller and Baker far side. Also got another Carvajal down here. Now he throws it to he tried to lob it to Baker instead of throwing it, and he tried to loop it over the defensive back, and it goes incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like he had a defender kind of between him and the receiver, so he tried to put a little air on it to drop it over the top. A little too much air, and so after 2 incomplete passes, Smithson Valley facing a 3rd and long. And obviously you would like to keep your defense off the field and have the last possession of the half, especially getting the ball coming out of half.
Right.
So big 3rd down here.
Knutson to throw. Good protection. Has a man, middle of the field. Catch is made. No. Miller went up for it and had it for a moment, but couldn't hang on to it, and it's 4th down, 3:18 to go in the half, and we're going to have to punt.
Yeah, it looked like a good throw right there, but tight coverage. Jackson was kind of squatting at about 10, 12 yards right at the sticks and was able to drive on and come right through the back of PK right when the ball kind of arrived. Good throw and just a good play on the defense, and 3 and out, not taking any time off the clock. Rangers are going to be forced to punt with 3:18 left before half.
Amaya's left-footed kick will bounce at about the 30. Initially a Ranger bounce, and then it just kind of checks up. So at the 28 is where New Braunfels will start 1st and 10 with 3:08 to go. First punt of the half. .28-yard line with 3:08 to go and a 3-point lead for the Unicorns. They don't have any timeouts. Remember, the clock stops on first downs when the chains have to move. Just depends who the referee is, though, how long that stop is.
We'll see if the Rangers can get off the field on 3rd down. New Braunfels has converted a number of 3rd downs, some 3rd and longs, so see if we can get them in that situation and capitalize. Good start.
Didn't catch the snap cleanly and had to just scramble forward. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the bobbled low snap kind of threw the timing of the play off. Supposed to be a sprint out to the left. and he kind of got behind a little bit there with the bobbled snap, and then Woods capitalizes on it. And I don't know if you technically can count that as a sack because it's a no-yard gain, but nonetheless, he tackles the quarterback and doesn't allow a gain. So see if the Rangers can hold tight here, and might see Smithson Valley if if it's a 3rd and long situation, may use a timeout here just to try to get one more possession.
So 2 receivers either way.
Showing blitz.
Blitz comes. We pressure. We get him.
Yeah, and that's a Coach Worsty adjustment right there. He put Piegler as a spy on the quarterback. We hadn't really been doing that in the first couple series, and you saw in long yardage situations he was able to scramble and get a 1st down. That time Piegler up on the line of scrimmage like he's blitzing, but he kind of backs off a little bit and just mirrors the quarterback. And then once the quarterback committed to a side, he was able to get there and put pressure and hit him right when he threw it. And
Hudson Woods got his feet and brought him down.
Another 3rd and long. We'll see if they spy the quarterback again here.
3rd and 10. Both outside linebackers up on the edge of the line. Piegler threatened. All 3 fall back. Nampkin to the sideline. A completed pass to Pitts, who gets a few yards up to the 36. So it will be 4th and 2 as the clock runs. Oh, he's out of bounds, I guess, so clock stopped at 2:13. So 4th and a long 2.
It's a good play by Haug there at corner. He didn't end up making the play. The safety came down. I'm not sure whether that was Camacho or Davila, but keeping outside leverage, forcing the ball carrier to go back inside to where pursuit can come help. Good game, but stopped him short, forcing a punt.
Redding on to punt. Averages about 24 yards. This is a good one. Davila can't handle it cleanly. Finally picks it up and falls on it at the 25. That one sailed a lot farther than he thought it would, and when he went back, he couldn't handle it cleanly. So the Rangers will start 1st and 10 with 2:05 to go in the half at the 25, maybe 26-yard line.
Yeah, and it was a great response by the Ranger defense. Ranger offense having their first punt of the night right after New Braunfels had taken a lead. And so it was very important for them not to go down and extend it to a 2-possession game. Now Smithson Valley looking to double dip here. If they can get, even if it's a field goal, get some points right before half, and then they get the ball coming out in the second half. So this is a big drive here, and we'll see if we can go down and get some points before half.
Spradling back at quarterback, has 2 receivers to either side. Looks like Sowersby's his tailback. Low snap. Cade handles it, throws it wide, and throws it over the top of everybody as he had some pressure in his face.
Yeah, I think Zeke Martinez got in there again and kind of hit his arm as he was throwing it. Didn't let him finish his throw, which caused it to sail. So you got to remember here, I think New Braunfels has used all their timeouts.
Yes, they have.
So Smithson Valley can, if they run the ball, keep it in bounds, they can take some time off the clock. I'm sure Coach Hill's thinking, let's get a 1st down, see if we can go score, but if not, maybe start thinking about taking some time off the clock, not give them another possession.
Spradling on a quarterback draw gets a yard. Now he gets back to the line of scrimmage, pardon me. That one closed down as quick as he went forward. Good defensive staying home by all the defensive linemen that said no.
Yeah, those are outside linebacker, Micah Gonzalez. Quarterback draw, you're thinking outside backers when they read the quarterback raising up to throw that they're going to drop wide to get to the throwing lanes. That time it was either a called blitz or because the quarterback looked the other way, he triggered, and we had everybody blocked except for that outside linebacker, and it was a good tackle by him. If he doesn't make that tackle, Spradling's going to pick up a big gain.
Spradling will roll right, has a man. That's Haug, completed across the 30, but it'll still be 5 yards shy of a 1st down as the clock will go under a minute here in a few seconds.
Yeah, if I know, I bet you they're going to hold them right there and not even really send them out on the field. Coach Hill's going to let it run all the way down, take 25 more seconds off the clock, and then call a 1-second timeout and leave New Braunfels with only about 30 seconds left with no timeouts before the half. And it'll be interesting. The last punt, we're so used to Amaya and our punters doing that low line drive tumble punt.
Right.
And getting a lot of rollout. That last one was high, so it got a little more distance, but it just stopped right there.
Right.
So we'll see if that was a mistake or if that's kind of what we're going to. But you've kind of grown accustomed to seeing those low line drive, let it roll out type punts.
So with 30 seconds to go, the Rangers will punt as both teams are now out of timeouts. Ball at the 32-yard line. So 4th down and 4. Good job by our cameramen, Michael and Chris, tonight, giving you all the pictures that you want to see out here on a beautiful Friday night at Unicorn Stadium.
So they say 4th down and 4 from their own 32-yard line.
So we come back. Amaya on to punt. Left-footed kick, wobbly as it is, will land and bounce. Redding will pick it up and get a decent run back of about 5 yards before he's knocked down, and the game clock now under 20 seconds to go at 19.
Yeah, 19 seconds left, no timeouts. New Braunfels might try to take like one shot here, and if they don't get it, okay, let's go ahead and run. Or they might just say, hey, we've got a 3-point lead. Let's not do anything to maybe get a turnover or anything like that before the half, but there's a penalty there. And this might change things. Blocking the back is going to take it back another 10 yards, and so probably going to just, my guess would be just run it or take a knee and get into halftime. Wouldn't be happy with a 3-point lead.
Coach Mulder not too happy about the call at all, showing his displeasure.
Been a pretty clean game tonight.
It has,
only
yes.
been 2 or 3 penalties total, I think. And so, yeah, they're victory formation. So they're going to take a knee. And, you know, if you told New Braunfels that they'd be up 3 at halftime, then I'm sure they would take it. And so both sides things to work on and see who can make halftime adjustments.
So it is halftime at Unicorn Stadium with the Unicorns leading the Rangers 18-15. We'll show you halftime in just a couple of moments and be back for the second half after that. And it's all happening right here on the Rangers Network.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Oh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to...
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
Slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means. The family-owned Zachariah Ranch is a 278-acre private gated property that has been transformed into a luxury neighborhood where it is now awaiting its perfect residence. Zachariah Ranch boasts of its 20 various size lots that are now ready for you to call home. Nestled in a private valley, the upscale residential community offers magnificent views of the Texas Hill Country with a private gated entrance, an artificial turf par 3-course, and a mid-1850s refurbished wine bar beautifully constructed inside of an entertainment barn. Come and see what sets this slice of the Hill Country apart at Zachariah Ranch. Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, The Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
Today, we are recognizing our unsung heroes, our custodial and maintenance workers. Our custodians are the people who turn the lights on, clean throughout the day, and have facilities ready for the next morning. District-wide, they're responsible for cleaning 5.1 million square feet of building space. Our maintenance workers specialize in areas including plumbing, electric, HVAC, carpentry, welding, landscaping, and more. They are on call in case of an emergency, and many times they start their day with a list of repairs in hand. They travel throughout our 589 square miles, and they complete between 10,000 to 12,000 work orders every year. I personally want to say thank you to each of these unsung heroes, and I encourage you to take some time to do the same. Truly, together, we are growing greatness.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals, work united.
Hello, my name is Chris Box.
And I'm Cassie Box.
We are a proud family-owned and operated local roofing company.
At Lynx Roofing, we believe in building lasting relationships with our customers and community, one roof at a time.
Our team is dedicated to ensuring every project is handled with the utmost of detail and professionalism.
We make roofing simple, reliable, and affordable.
So for all your roofing needs,
call Lynx Roofing.
Go Rangers!
Thank you to all of the cafeteria workers for making all of the food for all of us. I love that they always have a smile on their face and they're always very nice.
Thank you so much for showing up early and making fabulous breakfast and then moving on to yummy lunch. You are doing all the work to send our kids out on their day full and ready to learn.
Thank you so much to all of our cafeteria staff. We truly appreciate all your hard work to make us meals and get us through our days at school.
Thank you so much for being an important part of our school community. Your efforts to keep our kids happy and healthy and fed day in and day out is truly commendable.
We want to say thank you to some of the hardest working people in the district. Happy School Lunch Appreciation Week to all of you. Thank you for your patience, your kindness, and your love.
Thank you so much for just bringing us food and just keeping us fed and healthy throughout the school year. Even when it may be hard, you always come through.
I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of our cafeteria workers. You work tirelessly to provide the nutrition our students need to thrive each and every day in all of our classrooms.
I just want to say thank you to all the cafeteria members that are waking up every morning to serve us food. I'm very grateful for them.
We appreciate all that you do for our students, making sure that they have nutritious lunches and breakfasts every day to make sure that they grow up to be healthy adults.
From joining PTA to dressing up during holidays and knowing what choice kids like is just one of the many things that our cafeteria crew does.
Thank you for all the cafeteria workers who provide healthy breakfasts and yummy lunches for all the students around the world, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you to each and every one of you who feed our students every day. My own grandmother did the same job in a cafeteria for many years. So I appreciate you, I thank you, we love you.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means. The family-owned Zachariah Ranch is a 278-acre private gated property that has been transformed into a luxury neighborhood where it is now awaiting its perfect residence. Zachariah Ranch boasts of its 20 various-sized lots that are now ready for you to call home. Nestled in a private valley, the upscale residential community offers magnificent views of the Texas Hill Country with a private gated entrance, an artificial turf par 3-course, and a mid-1850s refurbished wine bar beautifully constructed inside of an entertainment barn. Come and see what sets this slice of the Hill Country apart at Zachariah Ranch. Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
Today, we are recognizing our unsung heroes, our custodial and maintenance workers. Our custodians are the people who turn the lights on, clean throughout the day, and have facilities ready for the next morning. District-wide, they're responsible for cleaning 5.1 million square feet of building space. Our maintenance workers specialize in areas including plumbing, electric, HVAC, carpentry, welding, landscaping, and more. They are on call in case of an emergency, and many times they start their day with a list of repairs in hand. They travel throughout our 589 square miles, and they complete between 10,000 to 12,000 work orders every year. I personally want to say thank you to each of these unsung heroes, and I encourage you to take some time to do the same. Truly, together, we are growing greatness.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
Hello, my name is Chris Box.
And I'm Cassie Box.
We are a proud family-owned and operated local roofing company.
At Lynx Roofing, we believe in building lasting relationships with our customers and community, one roof at a time.
Our team is dedicated to ensuring every project is handled with the utmost of detail and professionalism.
We make roofing simple, reliable, and affordable.
So for all your roofing needs,
call Lynx Roofing.
Go Rangers!
Thank you to all of the cafeteria workers for making all of the food for all of us. I love that they always have a smile on their face and they're always very nice.
Thank you so much for showing up early and making fabulous breakfast and then moving on to yummy lunch. You are doing all the work to send our kids out on their day full and ready to learn.
Thank you so much to all of our cafeteria staff. We truly appreciate all your hard work to make us meals and get us through our days at school.
Thank you so much for being an important part of our school community. Your efforts to keep our kids happy and healthy and fed day in and day out is truly commendable.
We want to say thank you to some of the hardest working people in the district. Happy School Lunch Appreciation Week to all of you. Thank you for your patience, your kindness, and your love.
Thank you so much for just bringing us food and just keeping us fed and healthy throughout the school year. Even when it may be hard, you always come through.
I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of our cafeteria workers. You work tirelessly to provide the nutrition our students need to thrive each and every day in all of our classrooms.
I just want to say thank you to all the cafeteria members that are waking up every morning to serve us food. I'm very grateful for them.
We appreciate all that you do for our students, making sure that they have nutritious lunches and breakfasts every day to make sure that they grow up to be healthy adults.
From joining PTA to dressing up during holidays and knowing what choice kids like is just one of the many things that our cafeteria crew does.
Thank you for all the cafeteria workers who provide healthy breakfasts and yummy lunches for all the students around the world, and I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you to each and every one of you who feed our students every day. My own grandmother did the same job in a cafeteria for many years. So I appreciate you, I thank you, we love you.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means. The family-owned Zachariah Ranch is a 278-acre private gated property that has been transformed into a luxury neighborhood where it is now awaiting its perfect residence. Zachariah Ranch boasts of its 20 various size lots that are now ready for you to call home. Nestled in a private valley, the upscale residential community offers magnificent views of the Texas Hill Country with a private gated entrance, an artificial turf par 3-course, and a mid-1850s refurbished wine bar beautifully constructed inside of an entertainment barn. Come and see what sets this slice of the Hill Country apart at Zachariah Ranch. Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
Today, we are recognizing our unsung heroes, our custodial and maintenance workers. Our custodians are the people who turn the lights on, clean throughout the day, and have facilities ready for the next morning. District-wide, they're responsible for cleaning 5.1 million square feet of building space. Our maintenance workers specialize in areas including plumbing, electric, HVAC, carpentry, welding, landscaping, and more. They are on call in case of an emergency, and many times they start their day with a list of repairs in hand. They travel throughout our 589 square miles, and they complete between 10,000 to 12,000 work orders every year. I personally want to say thank you to each of these unsung heroes, and I encourage you to take some time to do the same. Truly, together, we are growing greatness.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
Hello, my name is Chris Box.
And I'm Cassie Box.
We are a proud family-owned and operated local roofing company.
At Lynx Roofing, we believe in building lasting relationships with our customers and community, one roof at a time.
Our team is dedicated to ensuring every project is handled with the utmost of detail and professionalism.
We make roofing simple, reliable, and affordable.
So for all your roofing needs,
call Lynx Roofing.
Go Rangers!
Thank you to all of the cafeteria workers for making all of the food for all of us. I love that they always have a smile on their face and they're always very nice.
Thank you so much for showing up early and making fabulous breakfast and then moving on to yummy lunch. You are doing all the work to send our kids out on their day full and ready to learn.
Thank you so much to all of our cafeteria staff. We truly appreciate all your hard work to make us meals and get us through our days at school.
Thank you so much for being an important part of our school community. Your efforts to keep our kids happy and healthy and fed day in and day out is truly commendable.
We want to say thank you to some of the hardest working people in the district. Happy School Lunch Appreciation Week to all of you. Thank you for your patience, your kindness, and your love.
Thank you so much for just bringing us food and just keeping us fed and healthy throughout the school year. Even when it may be hard, you always come through.
I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of our cafeteria workers. You work tirelessly to provide the nutrition our students need to thrive each and every day in all of our classrooms.
I just want to say thank you to all the cafeteria members that are waking up every morning to serve us food. I'm very grateful for them.
We appreciate all that you do for our students, making sure that they have nutritious lunches and breakfasts every day to make sure that they grow up to be healthy adults.
From joining PTA to dressing up during holidays and knowing what choice kids like is just one of the many things that our cafeteria crew does.
Thank you for all the cafeteria workers who provide healthy breakfasts and yummy lunches for all the students around the world, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you to each and every one of you who feed our students every day. My own grandmother did the same job in a cafeteria for many years. So I appreciate you, I thank you, we love you.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means. The family-owned Zachariah Ranch is a 278-acre private gated property that has been transformed into a luxury neighborhood where it is now awaiting its perfect residence. Zachariah Ranch boasts of its 20 various size lots that are now ready for you to call home. Nestled in a private valley, the upscale residential community offers magnificent views of the Texas Hill Country with a private gated entrance, an artificial turf par 3-course, and a mid-1850s refurbished wine bar beautifully constructed inside of an entertainment bar. Come and see what sets this slice of the Hill Country apart at Zachariah Ranch. Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
Today, we are recognizing our unsung heroes, our custodial and maintenance workers. Our custodians are the people who turn the lights on, clean throughout the day, and have facilities ready for the next morning. District-wide, they're responsible for cleaning 5.1 million square feet of building space. Our maintenance workers specialize in areas including plumbing, electric, HVAC, carpentry, welding, landscaping, and more. They are on call in case of an emergency, and many times they start their day with a list of repairs in hand. They travel throughout our 589 square miles, and they complete between 10,000 to 12,000 work orders every year. I personally want to say thank you to each of these unsung heroes, and I encourage you to take some time to do the same. Truly, together, we are growing greatness.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
We're back at Unicorn Stadium where the Rangers will receive the second half kickoff as soon as the blue Unicorn is wheeled off of the field. Rangers out there already.
Yeah, important drive here to start the second half. First two drives of the game Smithson Valley only had 4 in the first half. The last one was kind of a 2-minute drill type situation, but first two drives really that recipe for success, being able to run the football and then having play action passes off of it. So I think this possession right here is important, not only getting momentum coming out of halftime and seeing the adjustments, but obviously you're down by 3 points. So at the very least going down and maybe tying this ball game and getting some of that momentum back. Big drive coming out of halftime now, so we'll see here if the Rangers can get a good return and set the offense up a positive field.
It will be just a 3-step kick by Hinton. And good kick. Drives Day all the way back inside the 5. And he will have a hard, well, no, he breaks a couple of tackles. Now he's loose on the near sideline. One man chasing him down at midfield and gets him out of bounds. Good job by Brody Day to get through the mess.
Yeah, and that was all Brody there. Again, the blocking happened early, expecting a short kick. Got it a long way down there with just a 3-step approach. Brody has to go all the way back to get it. Looked like he was going to be tackled at around the 15, 20-yard line. Breaks 2 tackles on his own. Gets it past midfield. And, again, that's one of the ingredients for the recipe for success right there, setting up the offense in a short field and plus territory.
Spradling the quarterback, Sowersby the running back, both receivers to the far side, the tight end on our side, near side. As we move right to left, Sowersby takes the handoff, spins inside, spins again, and ends up getting a nice run out of it, and he's still going inside the 30, inside the 20 before he's wrestled down and out of bounds. So Brad Sowersby does a nice job of a 25-yard plus run to start things off from our own 44, from their 45.
Yeah, and that was all Sowersby right there. Number 10, Zeke Martinez for the defense did a great job of getting pressure and not letting us get the edge. Forced it back into his linebackers, and there was 2 linebackers there that had him look like he was dead to rights. He breaks about 4 or 5 tackles, shows his speed, and gets an explosive play out of nothing.
So at the 19, Spradling still on his feet. Down at the 1.
Again, just like that first drive, spread them out. I think we had tripped receivers to the field, getting those safeties out of the box, and still having a 6-man blocking scheme with your quarterback run, with your tailback or fullback lead blocking for you. That time it was GH counter or GF counter, whatever you want to call it. Good job of kicking out by the pulling guard, wrapping by Carvajal. And then once number 18 gets going downhill, he's a tough man to bring down.
So first and goal from inside the 1. Spradling with Sowersby behind him. Carvajal in motion. We give it to Spradling going right, and he's into the end zone for another touchdown for Brad Sowersby, which makes his 8th of the season.
3 plays. I'm blowing a whistle and walking over to talk to Coach Hill, so I don't know. There's a flag right at the goal line.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
I didn't see what happened, but obviously warranted a flag after the play. The touchdown counts, but it was after the play. Don't know whether something was said or shove or what it was, but
and they'll take the yardage
yeah,
on the
they'll
kickoff.
take it on the kickoff, and they're going to get good field position. So after a phenomenal job by Day of making something out of nothing on the return, and then you score in 3 plays, and then we have an after the fact penalty. Now we're going to have to kick off from our own 20-yard line like it's a safety. You know, New Braunfels should have good field position and get the momentum kind of back on their side after what should be our momentum after a 3-play scoring drive coming out of halftime.
26-yard run, an 18-yard run, then a 1-yard run, and the Rangers score on 3 plays to go up 22-18, 10:39 to go in the third quarter. So we took all of 1 minute and 41 seconds on that 3-play drive. All runs, by the way.
All runs.
So the Rangers will kick off. It looks like from the 25. That's the 15-yard penalty from the 40. Amaya will have a chore if he wants to get this one to the end zone.
Yeah, I know
or
he's got
a really big breeze behind him is probably the only chance that has.
You might see like a line drive squib kick. Hopefully get the thing on the ground bouncing around where they don't catch it cleanly, because you know, on a regular kick, they're probably catching this thing on about the 15, 20-yard line, so they don't have very far to go to get to good field position here. So it'll be interesting to see what we do, but behind the 8 ball after a penalty.
So here we go, 1 minute 41 into the quarter. That's a nice long kick. Will be fielded at the 11. It's Redding, avoids a couple of tacklers. Now there's a bunch that will bring him down. Cole Redding, the senior, stopped at the 26. And that's where New Braunfels will go 1st and 10.
Outstanding kickoff by Amaya. He gets it all the way down to the 10-yard line, so that'd be about 5 or 6 yards deep into the end zone on if he was kicking off from the 35 or 40 like he usually does. Great coverage, still getting him about to where a touchback would be, only plus 1 yard. So phenomenal coverage by the defense, but so good job of kind of bailing out after that penalty that should have never happened.
So Nampkin will play quarterback with a receiver either way. They hand it off. About a 4 or 5 yard gain for Stewart is finally brought down at the 31.
Yeah, been impressed with Stewart. I mean, sophomore, not a very tall guy, but he's kind of squatty and well put together, and we've made contact with him at the line of scrimmage or a yard or two into the line of scrimmage, but it seems consistently, you know, O-line tucking in behind him and also helping him out a little bit, but it seems like he's always falling forward or getting an extra yard or two. So what seems like a 1 yard gain, all of a sudden he's like, he got 5, and now they're right on track.
2nd and 5 from the 31. They'll throw a receiver and Mills can't hang on to it. That one hit him in the hands, and he didn't hang on, so it's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, fortunate there for them. That ball was tipped by the wide receiver, and Day, who's out there playing corner, was engaged with the receiver who was blocking him, and that ball after the tip kind of went right over his head. Almost got a pick there, but great recognition by the outside linebacker, Spradling. He recognized that bubble screen immediately and was hightailing it out there, and I think receiver might have heard footsteps coming, which caused maybe him dropping it. So 3rd and 5. See if we can get some pressure and spy with Piegler.
2 receivers either way. Both outside linebackers are coming, and there's a free lineman in the middle, and Namkin goes down on 3rd and 5, and that's a sack for the Rangers, and that'll bring up a punt.
Yeah, it's the first time on 3rd down that we've dialed up a multiple-person blitz. We've done it before. We brought maybe one off the edge, and it'd be a 5-man pressure. That was a 6-man pressure. Both outside backers came off each edge, and Piegler was spying the quarterback there, which means man coverage on the back end. Good job by the secondary holding up long enough for the pressure to get home and a big sack.
And they let one of the tackles loose right up the middle.
You know, when you're bringing 6,
here's
we got
Redding's
5 blockers.
punt. Davila catches it at the 42 and is caught from behind and brought down. Good open field tackle by Patrick Freeberg, one of their safeties.
Yeah, good tackle, but a great job by Davila fielding that, not letting it bounce and roll out. Only gets about 2 yards on the return after he catches it, but just by catching that, you save probably 15 yards or so of field position. So Rangers not quite as good a field position as they had last time after the big return, but still past the 40-yard line with less than 60 yards to go.
So from the 42, 1st and 10 for Spradling, back out with Sowersby behind him. 2 receivers either way.
2 by 2. This has been the formation where it's either a quick pass or Spradling run.
Quick pass, caught. That's Haug. And he gets outside containment, and he's still on the run. He's down the sideline. 1 man to catch him. Freeberg's chasing him and finally drags him down inside the 10-yard line. Hunter Haug, who had 2 catches coming into the game, that's his 2nd one today, and that's a big one for the Rangers all the way inside the 5-yard line.
And that's a sophomore right there, and it's such a blessing as an offensive play caller and a quarterback when you can throw a quick little hitch or bubble screen and you got a receiver out there that can go get 40 yards. That's just an extension of your run game. Not a complicated throw, not a complicated route scheme, anything like that, but a great effort by Haug and a good block for him initially, and he did the rest and really showed off some speed going from 0 to 60 in a hurry.
So 1st and goal from the 2. Sowersby takes the snap, runs for the pylon, and he's in there.
Spradling stretched to the boundary with the quarterback. Again, recipe for success so far has been the outside zone with the quarterback, putting multiple receivers to the other side, getting the secondary out there. New Braunfels is slanting towards the field, so we're able to capture the 4 technique, and then it's just a race to the pylon there, and Spradling's going to win that 9 times out of 10. So 2 touchdowns in less than about 4 minutes here for the Ranger offense.
Extra point is up and good. It's 29-18, an 11-point lead right now for the Rangers. We'll take a timeout with 8:15 to go in the 3rd on the Rangers Network.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means.
We're back at Unicorn Stadium where the Rangers have grabbed an 11-point lead with 8:15 to go in the 3rd by virtue of a couple of touchdowns in less than 4 minutes. 8:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Remember that first drive took a minute and 41 seconds, 3 plays. This was a 2-play drive that covered 58 yards. So 5 plays in the second half and 2 touchdowns. Amaya's kickoff. They'll just watch it land.
Again, if that's 1
just
yard
on
shorter.
the edge of the – that is just – if that ball is on the green and it's less than a yard from green, they ran away way too fast. And that's the 2nd week in a row we've seen that happen. In fact, more than once this year, or more than twice this year, we've seen guys run away.
Yeah, that ball's about a foot from being a live ball.
Right.
And the Rangers recovering on the 1 yard line. Looked like a a pitching wedge in there that just stuck and kind of spun back a little bit. They're very, very fortunate that that ball carried into the end zone, but that was about a foot or two away from being Ranger ball on the 1 yard line.
Last time the Unicorns had to punt, so the Ranger defense is back out trying to force another one. As they send a receiver either way. Handoff, Stewart. Hit by Pigler. Keeps his legs going and ends up getting 3 or 4 yards out of it, out to the 29. So a gain of 4 makes it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, there it is again, where it looks like not really much of a gain, but keeps his legs moving and picks up 4 yards.
Taking some time getting the play in right now. A receiver either way. Play clock now at 10. Namkin has a running back behind him, fakes the handoff, wants to throw it out here to the right. Now he's got a man in the middle, and a completion is made. I believe that's Duke again.
Tell you what,
Brody Day makes the tackle inside Ranger territory at the 45.
That was a gutsy throw right there. It's a bootleg, and he's rolling all the way to the field. First option was covered, second option was covered, third option was covered, and he throws it all the way back across the field to the back hash. And a really good ball, but a gutsy throw over the middle late, and good job by Duke just kind of sitting in that hole. And a touchdown-saving tackle by the backside corner, Day.
So from the Ranger 45, Napkin wants to throw, has some pressure. The ball's loose. Oh, no. That was his blocker that looked like, I thought maybe that was the quarterback, but he goes down in a heap under a couple of Rangers.
Souza's in there. I think Roberts was in there.
Sosa and Roberts both maybe.
But that was a covered sack right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he had time, and he stepped up and about 2 or 3 shuffles, and eventually the rush got home. But that was a covered sack on the back end with nobody open. Give credit to the secondary there for that sack.
2 receivers either way. He fakes a handoff, keeps it, and goes down in a heap after about a 1 yard gain.
Tell you what, that was a really good play by Pigler right there. It was kind of a quarterback power read, and Pigler that time trusted that his defensive end was going to squeeze, and he came downhill in a hurry on the gap exchange and arrived right at the line of scrimmage. One of the quicker times I've seen a linebacker get downhill with a good wrap-up tackle on a gap exchange there, holding him to no gain. And once again, Ranger, last 3rd and long, they brought 6. Let's see if they bring some more pressure.
It doesn't look like it. Now a couple walk up. Pigler comes in slowly. They throw a screen. It's caught, but not much of a gain, maybe about 5 yards to the 40.
Yeah, no hesitation
that's
here.
Duke again.
Just giving up back-to-back touchdowns, 2-possession game inside the 50-yard line. I think that call right there would be great if they got a first down, but the mindset was let's get some yardage back here, knowing that it was going to be 4-down territory.
So 4th and 5 from the 40.
Showing pressure, backing out of it.
And almost intercepted by Spradling, but it's incomplete, intended for Pitts, and they'll turn it over on downs at the Ranger 40-yard line. A defensive stop for the Rangers, up by 11, 5:07 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, and a great play from Spradling there. He's up on the line of scrimmage showing blitz. All 3 of our linebackers are on the line of scrimmage, and then all of them bail. And Spradling hauls butt out and is still able, from his bailing blitz look, to get out underneath a speed out. And I think he even got a hand on it to knock it down for 4th down. So he's going to get a quick breather,
right.
And Knutsen's going to come in at quarterback.
Knutsen's in at quarterback with both receivers on the far sideline. Handoff Sowersby. He's caught in the backfield and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good tackle that time by
Freeberg there.
Yeah, Freeberg again.
We mentioned him earlier. He's a good player. He's that joker safety, and in that kind of 3-1 with a joker safety, kind of between the deep safeties and that linebacker. Normally in those type of defense, that's your dude, and because he's running the alley both ways, has to play defense, has to play man coverage, and he's certainly doing it tonight. He's a good football player.
So all 3 receivers on the near sideline. Knutsen's going to run it. He keeps it. Gets 5, gets 10, keeps the legs chunking, and gets a first down. We don't see Ty Knutson run very much. In fact, 8 carries for a -8 yards. He's in the positive numbers right now with that 10-yard run.
Yeah, and he's kind of thought of, quote unquote, as the throwing quarterback. And it's not to say Spradling is not throwing, but obviously coming from his running back background, he runs the ball very well. But don't take anything away from Ty's athleticism. He's a big, strong kid that can run around, and just because he's in doesn't mean the quarterback run game is out the window by any means.
So 2-by-2 receivers. Knutson throws it near side. It's Day with 1 blocker, and the first guy up makes the tackle. Good job that time by Schulenberger, the corner on the side. A gain of about 4 on the pass.
That's a new Braunfels name, isn't it? Schulenberger.
Yes, it is.
But still, it took a really good tackle by Schulenberger to not make that a big explosive play. But still, that's a 5-yard gain on first down on an easy pitch and catch, extension of the run game. And Smithson Valley's offense is getting passes setting up by the running game right now.
2-by-2 receivers on 2nd and 6. Here's Sowersby, loose on the near sideline. Drops the ball, but he's out of bounds. Gets first down gain up to the 39. A run by Sowersby of 7 is a first down.
Yeah, and Coach Mulder is kind of giving the referee an earful, asking for a hold. It looked iffy on the edge there. They brought a blitz off the edge, and our inside receiver went to go crack him. And to be honest, I was surprised they didn't throw one there. But I think Coach Mulder has a right on that one. But nonetheless, a good run for a first down.
Is this Davila on the near sideline running a route? There's a route over the top. It passed for, I think it's Day, and he can't make it. Davila was running a route on this near sideline.
Yeah, and it was what we call an and go. Day gets to about 7-8 yards and starts breaking it down like it's going to be a hook route, stop route, and then he goes and he has the corner beat. Ty just overthrows it just a hair, but Smithson Valley kind of once getting past midfield, first down, fresh set it down, taking a shot there, and they had it. Just couldn't connect on that one, but showing the corners and those safeties that we can throw it up top and maybe loosen up just a hair.
2 on the far sideline, 1 near. We'll give it to Sowersby coming this way. Bounces it out, then spins and gets a couple of yards. Not much on second down. So it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 7.
Tell you what, I've been impressed with New Braunfels' corners' willingness and ability to tackle. A lot of times Smithson Valley plans it to where the receiver kind of gets in a compressed set and goes and blocks the safety, because those guys are usually the alley runners, more physical in the run game. And, hey, let's leave the corner dying on the vine out there and make him make a tackle. And that's a couple times tonight where the corners for New Braunfels have come up and made the tackle for short gains there.
So we're going to call a timeout, it looks like, because the Knutson came over to the sideline. And as the play clock winds down.
They're resetting.
They're resetting the play clock. I'm sorry. So it is 3rd and 9. It was just a 1-yard gain by Spradling.
Again, kind of in that same territory that New Braunfels was in. No man's land here. So wouldn't be surprised to maybe see a run or a quick pass, and if we can get a first down, great. If not, pick up some yards for 4th down.
Delay handoff. Sowersby makes the first man miss. Here's a flag probably for holding from the umpire. So we'll see with 1:53 to go in the 3rd, an 11-point lead for the Rangers, what the call is.
We'll see if they decline it or accept it. It would be 4th and about 6, or it'll be 3rd and about 19. See what Coach Mulder wants to do. Looks like he's going to accept the penalty.
So it is 3rd and 19 after the 10-yard walk. Holding the call, so 1:53. The clock begins to wind. Play clock's at 20 as Knutson comes out with 3 receivers to the far sideline, a tight end to the near. Fake the handoff to Sowersby. Knutson now has pressure. He runs away from it, heads for the sideline, and then gets popped pretty good on his way down by one of their big guys, Ryan Baldwin. So the Rangers on 4th and 15 from the 44 will likely send the punt team out as the clock continues to run, and now around 1:15 to go.
Yeah, that was a good job by Knutson. Didn't really have anything downfield. Instead of forcing something on a 3rd and real long, does a good job escaping pressure, getting some yardage back, adding it to the punt. But really, you know, after a couple first downs, taking that shot on first down and it not paying off, and then kind of getting off schedule, kind of what doomed that drive. And then obviously the holding penalty takes you back real far.
Amaya's kick, low liner, aiming toward the sideline, and goes out inside the 10. It hit the sideline at, what are they going to say, at the 7. So Amaya with a great punt. The Braunfels will start 1st and 10 with 47 seconds to go from their own 7-yard line. Defense already back out there, so we'll forego a break as we'll have one here in a moment on the quarter. Watch for a pass over the top now. Haug on the near side. They've got one receiver either way. They hand it off to Stewart. He gets a few and then gets wrapped up and stopped as the Rangers put him back on his back.
A short gain.
Give him up to the 9, it looks like, a gain of 2.
Yeah, good fill by Davila from his safety spot. You know that he's reading things right and triggering whenever he's making contact with the ball carrier about 1 yard from the line of scrimmage. So, but again, it's a good job by the sophomore Stewart of kind of bouncing off that first initial contact and kind of keeping them legs churning in what looked like a negative gain. And, you know,
will they run another play? Game clock's down under 10 now. I think they're just going to let the quarter end, and they will. So at the end of 3 quarters, the Rangers lead at 29-18. We're back after this timeout on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by the Branch Neighborhood Grill, Keith Wing Custom Builders, the Estates at Zachariah Ranch, a Zachariah development, United Rentals, Lynx Roofing, Advanced Auto Parts, and Wick Productions.
Unicorns have the ball, 2nd and 8 from their own 9-yard line as we start the 4th quarter, and the Rangers up 29-18. Namkin has a receiver either way. Straight drop back, little ball fake, now tries to throw over the top. The Rangers are there, but his man goes up and makes a great catch, and his helmet comes off.
Tell you what, it was a great catch. We call the perfect defense. We called a cover 2 right into it, and you can see quarterback had to double pump, thinking that he was just going to be able to throw a jump ball and one-on-one. Safety was there, but he held on to it so long that he actually threw the ball over Davila's head.
Right.
And Davila was there, but Mills just goes up and wins a jump ball and makes an incredible catch. He's got to come off the field for a play with the helmet coming off, but big play getting them out of the shadow of their own goalpost there.
So from the 41, quick pass out to the edge to Luke. We're there. We missed the tackle, though. Breaks another tackle and then gets up, runs to the 48, where they'll have 2nd and short.
Yeah, impressive run there. Not many guys can break a tackle from Spradling there. It was good pursuit and a really good job by Haug of running through his defender that was blocking him and forcing that back inside to Spradling, but just a missed tackle and a good run to pick up 7-8 yards there on first down for the Unicorns.
So both receivers to the far sideline. Stewart takes the handoff, wiggles some more, still on his feet, where he's brought down after a first down gain into Ranger territory.
Good tough run there. Again, hit behind the line of scrimmage, bounces off a couple guys, keeps his feet moving, and picks up a 4-yard gain for him for a first down. Tough runner.
Namkin runs it himself straight up the middle.
He fumbled. That ball's out. Oh, he gets back on it.
He did fall back on it at the 43. So a gain of 5.
You can see the replay here. That ball's definitely out, but no one really notices it because
right
there, and he's able to just
grab it
jump
back.
right back on it. Yeah.
So 2 receivers either way this time. 2nd and 5 from the 43. Played 2 minutes in the 4th quarter. They've had the ball. Now he feels pressure. We've got a spy, which keeps him from going very far. And I don't know if they got much. They're going to mark him up to the 30. Well, that's almost a first down.
Real good job of tightroping the sideline there. Kind of had his one foot up in the air and was dragging the other. Had pressure, made the quarterback scramble, but he's a good job of keeping his eyes downfield and getting some yardage in the third down here, 3rd and short.
3rd and 1 from the 39. They need to get to the 38. 2 receivers either way. Napkin has run this more than anything. Now he throws it wide. If we make a play, the ball's loose on the ground, and I think it's out of bounds. That should be an incomplete pass, shouldn't it?
It all depends on whether they said he had possession and made a football move. Either way, short of the first down. We actually would like it if they called it a completed pass because he lost some yardage there. Had a chance to get on it, but
did it end up going out of bounds? I'm
not sure.
We didn't catch it cleanly, and then it kept going.
So they lose a yard on the play, so 4th and 2. And no doubt about it, down 11 points, under 10 minutes in the 4th, in plus territory.
Big Justin Roberts comes in to fill the middle. Truth Duval is in there. So we've got our beefiest lineup in there with Woods. Napkin keeps it, dives forward for a first down.
Yeah, it looked like we had trouble getting lined up there. We had linebackers running all over the place. They went ahead and quick snapped it and was able to pick up a first down.
Blayton Camacho in at safety for the Rangers.
Giving PK a blow. PK having to play both ways quite a bit. So Camacho, if you remember, is the one that was the holder that made an incredible play on the fire call. So back to his main position here at safety.
So it's 1st and 10 from the Ranger 37. Napkin calls his own number again and gets stopped after a short gain by Hudson Woods. 2 yards on the.
A good play from the backside defensive end. Spikes inside of his tackle and then runs heel line of the O-line and is able to make a tackle for a short gain there. But again, this is the feel of those first couple drives in the first half of 3, 4, 5 yards a carry, and we like that clock moving, but see if we can stiffen up as they approach the red zone here.
So 3 receivers, got a blitz. They throw it to the inside receiver who wiggles open and now wiggles for some extra yardage inside the 20 or to the 20. That's first down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a hot read or they happened to make a good offensive play call, but we brought Spradling off the edge. So we didn't have a flat defender up there, and so they just ran all stop routes and threw it in front of our safeties, pick up a first down.
In a hurry, here they come, 2 by 2. He keeps it and gets sacked.
Face mask. Yeah, accidental face mask there. It's a shame because it would have been a 3-yard loss. First time we made him lose yards on first down in a while, but you could see it on the replay there, kind of reaching up and grabbing the face mask. Not as blatant as the one in that in the game last night.
NFL
that was
game
not
last
called.
night, the one that wasn't called.
Yeah.
I am a high school basketball official, and you miss things all the time. You just hate when TV's there.
Yeah.
That's the NFL, though. Those are guys that are paid for real.
Yeah, and the craziest part about it is not reviewable, but
yeah, there's no reason for that. Doesn't make any sense. So
but we go
with
from
the
a
penalty
3-yard loss to half the distance to the goal. So
it's 1st and goal just inside the 10. Namkin hands it. Stewart wiggles. Only gets a yard out of it, though. Yeah, Duval L. Truth.
Taking out the fullback. Tight end ties, putting in 2 more receivers. So you'd expect New Braunfels to be in some sort of spread formation, but that doesn't necessarily mean pass. They do quite a bit of quarterback run game as well. So
yeah, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Play clock under 15 as Stewart stands to his right. Napkin runs straight, doesn't get in the end zone as he gets hit a couple of times. Brought down at the, is that the 1 or the 2? 2. So 3rd and goal from the 2.
3rd and goal.
Rangers have stood up pretty good a couple of times. See if they can hold them here. Everybody's in tight now. Extra blockers. Napkin keeps it. I don't think he got it. Hornsby came in from the backside.
It'll be interesting. Coach Mulder kick a field goal here, make it a 1-possession game, 8 points. If you don't do that and you don't get it, you run the risk of a lot of time coming off the clock with the Ranger offense with 2-possession game, but looks like they're going to try to get the touchdown right now. They're going for it on 4th and goal.
6:20 to go. Rangers by 11. 4th and goal from the 2. Napkin again. Namkin. He didn't get it. Clayton Namkin, the senior quarterback, stopped at the goal line.
I think that was Hornsby that made the stop.
Hornsby in there again.
There's great pressure up the middle. He wanted to just dive right in there in the middle, but we got penetration with our interior D-line. Forced him to the outside, and it was a great job by Hornsby coming off the edge and stopping him. And that's one of the first times all night, whether it be their quarterback or their running back, that we've hit and tackled right there, and they've not fallen forward. So great job, but now the Rangers offense has a tall task of at least get the first down and get out of your own into the field here and give yourself room to punt if necessary.
Ball at the 1.
I always say take a shot here. Just throw a fade. See if we can go 99. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm for it. We hand it off. Sowersby wiggles. Still wiggling as he gets 8 or 9 yards. I thought he was stopped at the goal line, and he kind of shimmied and got to the 4 and then shimmied again, and he's out at the 9, so a gain of 8.
Yeah, we can do that too.
Yeah, you
that's good too.
That still works.
Yeah.
7-yard gain.
That's why they're down there and I'm up here. Make those calls right there.
So ball's on the 9. We need to get to the 11.
Clock's running.
So 2nd and 2. Game clock's at 5:35. Play clock's at 10 as we send both receivers to the near sideline. We give it to Sowersby again. This time, not much running room there, and he couldn't wiggle out of the grasp of the big guy there. Yeah, Baldwin.
Yeah, 98. Baldwin does a good job of noticing zone to him. Gets wide, doesn't allow the edge, forcing Sowersby to cut back to where all his teammates are coming from, and then he even throws off the blocker and still makes the tackle. So good play.
So 3rd and 3, you're going to run it, right? Because the clock's your friend.
No, not necessarily. First down, that is kind of a dagger here. So do whatever you got to do to get a first down.
Sowersby goes left and gets spilled. Great tackle going low. I think that was Redding.
Yep.
So a gain of, we'll call it a gain of a yard.
Braunfels going to take a timeout, try to stop the clock.
So they do use a timeout and stop the clock with 4:40 to go. Rangers by 11 on the Rangers Network.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
We're back. It is 4th and 2 from the 9-yard line. Amaya in to punt.
I'm confused. That's why they only have one returner back there, and he's standing over here on the hash.
Yeah, why is he over here?
I don't know. thinking we punt this way, but we punt away from wherever the returner is. There he goes. He's moving over. He's kind of trying to.
It's a low line drive that'll get a lot of roll and just cross. Well, maybe it'll roll to midfield, and it does.
Yep.
So 42 yards on the punt.
I spoke poorly there of the Braunfels and their special team staff. They were trying to deploy us, started out over the hash, made us try to kick the other way, and then right at the last second, he ran over to the other side. So they did have a plan.
Yeah.
So
they have the ball with 4.5 minutes to go, down by 11.
Yeah, 2-possession game. They had to use a timeout on defense, so only 2 timeouts, plenty of time, but they're going to have to start taking some chances. Those 2 or 3 yard runs, Smithson Valley will be very okay with allowing those right now, so they're going to have to start taking some chances to get some big chunk plays here.
So 1st and 10 from the 49. Namkin, straight drop, has some pressure, throws it to the far side. Catch is made. Tackle is not made, and he wiggles away. And I don't know if they're going to get it. It's Cameron Pitts. Just shy of a first down, a gain of about 8, so it's 2nd and 2.
You can see on the replay here, I thought they might call a illegal peelback block on number 0, Mills. The guy going for a tackle there for only a 2 or 3 yard gain, and he came from the wide receiver position that was deeper, came all the way back and kind of blindside hit one of our guys, but you can see him in the back right there. Now he's coming down.
We have a flag for a false start, looks like the call. 4:15 to go in the game. So now, instead of 2nd and 2, it's 2nd and 7 from the Ranger 48. A little bit of different thought now as the clock restarts, now under 4:10 to go in the game. Namkin has a back either side of him now. Now out of it is Pitts. He takes the catch. Great tackle by Spradling at the 44. They get 3 yards back, but now it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and tackled inbounds, so the clock is running. Got a good hit on him. 3rd and 4, obvious 4-down territory here, but like we said earlier, Smith Valley will gladly take those 4-yard plays right there with that clock continuing to run.
We got some pressure on him. He throws it and completes it. A nice catch by Franklin. We haven't called his name out since early in the game. Franklin makes the catch for a first down into Ranger territory at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and a good ball. A little curl flat combo there, and you see Spradling almost gets a hand on it. But a good job of stepping into the throw and firing a dart there to squeeze it in that zone window, and a good job by Howg jumping to the outside for the tackle, forcing him back inside to keep that clock rolling after the chains move.
Namkin keeps it, runs it, and gets hit after a short gain. Is that Sosa?
Gain the Unicorn faithful not happy with that call there. Time running low and running it.
Franklin makes the catch on a receiver screen. Toppled. Davila comes up and takes out his legs.
Franklin on the reception.
Gains about 4, 3rd and 5.
Again, another minimal gain, tackled inbounds. Clock continues to run. That's just fine with the Smithson Valley defense. We'll allow those short passes.
Under 2.5 to go. Another receiver screen to Duke out here. Somebody's there. Who's waiting for him? Spradling?
Spradling forced him to bubble back, and then Piegler finished him off. And the Braunfels are going to be forced to use a timeout, not only to stop the clock, but to talk about this basically game, could finish the game on 4th down here.
I'd like to thank our silver level ticket sponsors, Adrenaline Fundraising.
So the pass was not
SSR Letter Jackets and Reading Company.
very fruitful. They had a 3rd and 5. Now it's 4th and about 7 or 8. 4th and 8 from the 30.
And obviously this is the ball game right here.
So they're going to throw it.
Or
and
have a pass play called.
They've done nothing but wide receiver screens, basically, at least lately.
Yeah, you would think that they would have some route combos that would take them past the sticks here, but the quarterback has had some success tonight with scrambling to pick up those first downs. And so I would imagine it would be a pass play, but if that first or second read's not there, wouldn't be surprised to see the quarterback, Namkin, take off to pick up that first down like he's done 3 or 4 times already tonight.
So it is 4th and 8 from the 30. 2:13 to go in the game. Rangers by 11. They fake the handoff. Now he wants to throw. It's covered. He's got to throw late and throws it out of bounds. That's the game right there.
Should be it. With New Braunfels only having 1 timeout left, 1 first down for sure seals it. But, I mean, even if you run it 3 times and they use 1 of their timeouts, you're going to get it under a minute. And no timeouts, 2 scores. That's pretty much the ball game right there. Great job by the Ranger defense of stiffening up all night. Gave up a few drives, but more times than not stiffened up inside the red zone or near it to force either a turnover on downs and holding New Braunfels, shutting them out in the second half. You know, it was 18-15 at halftime.
Right.
Ranger offense came out and scored 2 quick touchdowns, but the Ranger defense is not allowed a point here in the second half. So great adjustments by them and a great second half.
First down, Spradling takes the snap and runs straight. They call a timeout.
18 Spradling on the carry. Timeout. That's the 3rd and final timeout. 8, Michael Gonzalez.
So New Braunfels will take their last time out with 2 minutes and 1 second left. So I would imagine Smithson Valley would run it 2 more times and, take about a minute 20 or so off the clock. And even if they don't pick up a first down, only have about 30 to 40 seconds left after a punt, then obviously it would be very tough for New Braunfels to come back there down 2 possessions with no timeouts under 40 seconds to go. So I'm sure Smithson Valley would love to hand the ball off and bust off a 10, 12-yard run here and put the nail in the coffin with a first down. But most important thing here is staying in bounds and keeping that clock moving.
Clock moving is the goal. 2:01 left, 29-18. Score's been the same since about the 8-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. No one has scored in the 4th or the last 8 minutes of the 3rd. Here comes the offense. 2 receivers on the far side, kind of tight. 1 receiver on the numbers down here on the near side. Spradling to Sowersby. Bounces it outside, goes forward, falls forward up to the 36. So it will be 3rd and 4 as the clock runs now under 1:45.
Yeah.
Play clock at 28, so we don't have to play until about 1:10.
Yeah, and it was a good heads-up play by Sowersby there. If this was not that situation late in the game where you really have to stay in bounds, he probably could have gotten the edge there.
Yes, I agree.
But you don't want to run the risk of not getting the first down and running out of bounds. So a heads-up play by him of sticking his foot in the ground and getting what he can get while making sure to stay in bounds. Coach Hill's going to take as much time as possible off the clock. He's going to take a 1-second timeout, get the clock to 1:15, run the ball 1 more time, get it under 40 seconds.
So we'll take our final timeout with 1:15 to go in the game. Rangers by 11 on the Rangers Network.
The Branch Neighborhood Grill is proud to sponsor our Smithson Valley athletes. We are located just off of Highway 46. We serve good food, cold drinks, and a whole lot of great Rangers. Since 2014, Keith Wing Custom Builders has been delighting owners with one-of-a-kind dream homes. Keith only builds it like he would live in it. Come see what that means.
We're back at Unicorn Stadium as the Rangers break their huddle on the far sideline, facing a 3rd and 4 ball at the 36. First down means the game. If you don't make it, that means the clock will be running as you have to punt. Spradling will do it himself and won't get it as he gets stood up right at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Smithson Valley still has 2 timeouts, so I would imagine that we would do the same thing that we did just a minute ago. Let this thing run all the way down to 1 second. Get as much time as you possibly can off that clock, and then take a 1-second timeout. It looks like we'll probably have about 29 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's right there.
And then, obviously with the punt, and if that ball tumbles and rolls
Right.
out a little bit, chances are they're going to get the ball back with about 20 to 25 seconds left. Down 2 scores with no timeout, certainly a tall task for the Unicorn offense.
So we do let the play clock run out and call a timeout. We'll keep this one here as we talk about differences in the game because our post game won't be long at all. We came out in the second half doing what we talked about, what you wanted to do, and that's run the ball, and it got us 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and I think it all started with, right out of half, getting that really good return by Day off kind of a busted return, setting the Ranger offense up in plus territory, and then bang, 3 plays, all runs, big chunk plays, explosive plays, score in a hurry, defense goes out, gets a 3 and out. I think we score in 2 or 3 plays again, and now all of a sudden, before New Braunfels, cheerleaders have even got the rest of the Unicorn off the field for the halftime run-through. Now all of a sudden they're down, go up from up 3 points to down 11. And then from there, the Ranger defense just kind of took over, not allowing any points in the second half.
30 ticks to go. Amaya in to punt. 4th and 5. They put it on a rush, but he gets it off. A good driving punt, then gets a heck of a bounce. And coverage is good as Cole Redding won't go anywhere. He's stopped inside the 10. Great hustle on the play.
Drayden Bonet.
By Drayden Bonet.
Great punt. Really good play by that returner just to keep possession of it. That ball was bouncing.
Yeah.
Tried to use his speed to get to the edge, and Bonet took a great angle. So really, really flipped the field, and now New Braunfels is going to have to go 90-plus with 16 seconds left on the clock with no timeouts.
16 seconds to go. They're at their own 9. 2 receivers either way. Ranger defense has 4 linemen. The linebackers are 10 to 20 yards deep. Napkin is pressured, gets away from it, now scrambles and wants to run out of bounds across the 17, 18-yard line. So with 8 seconds to go, he'll have one more play.
Yeah, Woods is mad right now, man. He thought he was going to cap this game off with a safety, and he was real close. Him and Sosa both had pressure and got their hands up on the jersey, but a good job by Namkin of getting out of it. But they would have loved to finish this game off with a sack safety.
Yeah. Same formation, safety or receivers either way. Quick throw to the edge, trying to get out of bounds. He didn't right away. And with 3 seconds to go, it's a first down by Mills. But
definitely the last play here, 3 seconds left. Rangers obviously in prevent defense. Ball's at the 27-yard line, and we got most of our safeties and corners past midfield. So be interesting to see if New Braunfels does, a catch and laterals and all that, or if they're just going to try to get out of here and move on to the next district game.
Let's hope not. He's going to throw it to the near sideline. That's Mills. He's just going to try to go as far as he can, and he's brought down by Hornsby, and that's the final play of the game. The Rangers come to New Braunfels and win it 29-18. So for Brian Hill, this is Tony Brubaker. For our cameraman Michael and Chris, this is New Braunfels for Wick Productions. Good night and God bless. The Rangers win it by 11 at Unicorn Stadium.
Go Rangers.